everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Smashy here and today we are back in 2 Point Hospital. We're on the map which is called Swelbard, which is part of the Bigfoot expansion pack. The reason why I've chosen this map is today this video is about getting that cure rate over 90%. So this map is one of the highest cure rated objectives, so I thought that this would be a good map in order to demonstrate how we will go about that. So first of all, just to explain to you what I'm doing. So the cure rate is determined obviously by curing people, not letting them die, getting them through the hospital cured and happy. In order to do that, we need to make sure that we've got the staff to do that are trained nicely, we've got the machines that are upgraded, and also that the maintenance staff that we've got are trained well, sorry, that's janitors, in order to fix machinery in a speedy manner. So when you initially start this level, you are given one researcher. That is the only trained member of staff that you are given, and the rest of the staff, as you can see, have no training at all, and it's the same throughout the entire level. So every new member of staff that I hire, I will have to train. So if I look at my staff list, every single qualification that you can see is pretty much what I have trained my staff to have, and that will help with getting our cure rate up. The assistants, it's nice because it keeps them happy. That is the only reason why I've done it. So the things to focus on are getting your doctors, nurses and janitors with those qualifications. I've also trained the janitors, 2 of them, to have mechanics so that we can upgrade those machines to make sure that they're performing to their best. So what does upgrading machines do? Let's take the dehumidifier as an example. Upgrading it increases treatment power by 25%. So this means there is a higher chance that the patient will be cured. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get one of my janitors to come along and upgrade that machine. The beauty about people with chest infection and jester infection is that their health bar doesn't really go down. So I have the confidence that upgrading that machine now is completely fine. What else have I got? In terms of diagnostic rooms, they are also very much worth upgrading. If I take the mega scanner for example, it increases diagnosis power by 50%. So what this means is, because this is providing more diagnosis, the patients need to go to less rooms in order to be diagnosed with their relevant illness, and so they are happier, healthier, and we can get them in and out of the hospital better. So there is currently no queue for the mega scanner at the moment, so I will get my second mechanic over there to upgrade that. Another thing I do, as I say, I go through the queues and I micromanage to make sure that our patients are not in the queue if they don't need to be. So these guys that I'm clicking on have already been diagnosed. They just need that final sign off from the GP. So they don't need to be there, and in my opinion it is just taking up space in the queue. If anybody from 2 Point Studios is watching, it really frustrates me when people are in the loo that I can't send them for their cure and I have to wait until they've left the toilets. Just thought I'd mention that there. So psychiatry is a bit of a mess at the minute, but the beauty about psychiatry is people's health doesn't really go down if they have been diagnosed with a psychiatry related illness. So all I do with psychiatry is ensure that the people who just need to be diagnosed in that room are at the very top, and I sort them in order of health remaining. And it is the same with all cure related rooms. I just go through them and make sure that the people who need to be cured in a certain order are done so. It's particularly important with surgery, but this level doesn't really have many patients that require surgery. I'm trying to find an example for you, but my hospital is being quite efficient at the minute. As I say, these guys haven't lost any health. So I could, with the cardio, move that guy, that lady, I should say, to the top because she has the least health. Let's have a look. He doesn't need to be there. Here we go. So on the pharmacy, that guy has the most health, so I've moved him last. And Josiah has the least health, so I've moved him to go in there next. Just to make sure that if anybody was critical, that they are going to be seen before the much healthier people. Training. So training is very important. There's various different things that you can do in the training room to increase the cure rate. What I'd say to you is, obviously you can train your staff to use certain rooms. So such as doctors, you need to have psychiatry for psychiatry, radiology for the mega scan, and genetics and surgery for their respective rooms. But also the nurses, for example, have ward management, which increases diagnostic and treatment skill in that room. And it is the same for pharmacy management and injection administration. So just be mindful that they increase the treatment skill in those specific rooms. Also, what you can do is train both your doctors and nurses with treatment, and it gives them a general 10% increase to their treatment skill. And the beauty about this is, to avoid causing too much upset in the hospital, you can send in 2 nurses and 2 doctors at once, so only 2 of each type of member of staff are being disturbed from their work duties. When assigning people to training, I do kind of look at how busy that member of staff is. Things I don't like interrupting are surgery, mostly. So courses available, let's have a look. Maintenance, as long as they're not like fixing something under a hailstorm or something like that, you can just throw them in. I like to do them in batches of 3. I don't know why, but I like to do them in 3s. I think it's a good number and it's not too impactful on the hospital. By the looks of it, there's still quite a few nurses that need ward management, so it's just a case of going down the list. That one's on a break, so we'll have her, him, and her, Imogen. And that one's in surgery. What I'm going to do, because this one is actually a 2-star nurse, I'm going to take her for training because it just helps with her progression and keeps her happy. I generally, unless it's a map that you're really struggling for cash, as you can see, I'm not struggling for cash, I always get in the external guest trainer because it doesn't take yet another member of staff off their duty in order to train the others. So I technically could use one of these 3 that are currently working in the hospital, but instead I'm going to go with the guest. and then that's it, and I'll get a pop-up here when this is finished just to let me know that the training is concluded. So now I'm just going to go back to micromanaging everything so we don't get in a mess. To be honest, what I could do is just build more GPs. I don't know, there's something about micromanaging in this game that keeps me attentive, and I enjoy actively participating in the level rather than just letting it run. But you could just build more general practitioner rooms, have more doctors working in the hospital in order to make this a little bit easier. This is just my play style, and there isn't a set way that you have to do it, so it's completely up to you. So having a look at the other objectives for this specific level, we need to train 50 staff, which goes hand in hand with getting that cure rate up. So I will eventually get to 50, and hand in hand with the cure rate we'll get there together. I need to cure 35 patients in urban mythology, which is this room, and it's the patients that you see that look like dinosaurs and robots. So there's a robot chucking up in the bin, lovely. And where's a dino? Here's a dino for you. And we also have a research project which we need to complete. So apparently there's no researcher in the research department. There is one on a break at the minute. The reason why I've put her in the staff room is because their energy bar goes up much faster when they're in the staff room. So it just means that they stay happy and with higher energy for a longer duration. So they stay in their rooms pretty much attending to your patients the more energy they've got. And also they start getting a bit ratty and start threatening to quit when they are tired. So generally I move them into the staff room, and then if they want to go to the loo and stuff like that, they can come out if they want to. So I'm not gonna keep you here, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the hospital, I'm going to work on my training, I'm going to upgrade some more rooms for you, and then I'm going to come back to you in a while once I've got some of these objectives complete, and I'll give you an update on what's happened. So I'll speak to you very soon. Hi guys, we're back to it. So a few things have happened since you've been away. We've just had a hailstorm or an earthquake, so that's why the place is a bit of a mess at the minute. But you can see the side of the hospital is looking a bit different at the minute. So you can see that the psychiatry, the second one, has appeared over here. I finally just decided to do it. We've got more psychiatrists available now. So all in all, it's something I don't need to manage anymore. So that's all good. Just let me fill the staff members in their rooms. Oh, that's been repaired. There we go. Right. So not only did we do that, to make sure that we weren't here for hours waiting for robots and dinosaurs, we built a marketing department, and as you can see we have started to do a Metropolism campaign. So we hired another assistant and trained them in marketing in order to get this started. She's stuck. Panslab over here somewhere there. So we've continued with our training, general training, and I've also started to move on to the treatment training. So the treatment training, I have been focusing on people who are on a break. And I know that sounds awful, and in real life it's not best practice to waste your staff members' time, personal time, by training. But this is 2 Point Hospital, so we can do it. Micromanaging the queues, still exactly the same, so we're getting rid of people out of the queues, and the cure rate is very, very close. It actually keeps going. There's another stub nurse. The cure rate keeps fluctuating between about 80% to 90%, and we are almost done with our research project. So actually what I'm going to do is kind of steal all of the researchers and put them in here just to finish off this level. If you didn't know, under the stats option of a room, you can adjust how many people can work in that room at once. This is very handy for when you have an emergency, and you can have extra people in the ward and extra people in the fracture ward as well. So I find it a very useful functionality. I've also been training for the surgery. I found a couple of people were dying from surgery, so I did train that surgery too, with 2 of my surgeons. So they're the guys who I prioritise to look after the surgery patients. So that's that. I've been taking on quite a lot of emergencies, particularly ones that I've been very confident with. So injection room always seems to be quite easy to look after. It's very quick, in and out. So I did that, and it was successful. We got rep, we got money, all good. What else has happened? Trying to think. Just training really. Just been carrying on. There's nothing to hide. It's literally just what I was showing you earlier that has been going on. You'll see that my janitors are much better trained than they were. Assistants are pretty much the same. Nurses, you can see the ones that I've started to train on treatment. Doctors are looking much better. So that's that really. I now have 3 good researchers, so they're just finishing off this project. At the end of a level, I'm never afraid to kind of stack everybody on the last objective. I think it's quite a good way of finishing the level, because you never know when you're going to hit a blip and that cure rate is going to go down, as it just has done, as she says. So it's never over until you see that letter at the end, but we are just going to complete that research project any second now. There we go. So the beauty about marketing is it helps with your reputation. If you need to recruit more people, you can. In this case, I wanted to get more urban mythology cures, so I just started advertising to a particular category. Brilliant. And now we just need to keep up the hard work, and then we will be done, I assure you. Let's have a look. Queues are starting to get quite long again. There we go. So in terms of machinery upgrades, literally every single machine that I can upgrade has been upgraded to the maximum level that I can. Because of this research project, I didn't start research for this inner city simulator, but literally everything else is on level 3, and I think it is so important that you prioritize that. Not everybody is maximized in terms of training, but every single machine has been upgraded to level 3. There's a couple of exceptions. You cannot upgrade plaster casters in the fracture ward. You just need to have your maintenance crew fix them. Apart from that, everything else has been done. Air conditioning units, things like that, they also need repairs. Here we go, guys. We're on 90, and this guy is going to finish the project. Come on, Bernard. Come on, Bernard. Come on, Bernie. I do love the detail. Now we've zoomed in, you can hear exactly what he's doing. And there we go. And here are my lovely rewards. A burning building. Lovely. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I know it's been a bit of a long one for you, but I wanted to be thorough in helping you reach that final objective. If you do have anything that you'd like me to cover in a video, please let me know and I'd be happy to help. If you could drop a like on the video as well as subscribe to the channel, it does help me very much with creating awareness from the channel, and that subscription will help you see more videos when they become available. So thank you very much and have a lovely day. Bye bye now.